Sorry, my mic was disabled for a second, folks. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good night. This is Jonas Brasco. I hope you're having a good day. It's been a fun match so far, just getting started. It's going to be Fulham. It's going to be Nottingham Forest. Forest at third. They're kicking butt right now. But we're not sure what we're going to see. This is a home game for Fulham. Fulham has beaten them earlier this year, but it should be interesting. Because I don't think it's the same team that was on September 28th where Fulham got them 1-0. Forest has been rocking, even though they got their scare last week in the cup with getting past Exeter City by penalties. While Fulham had a little bit of an easier time getting past Wigan. Still, it's anyone's game. Which are we going to see? We're going to see the 5-0 drubbing that Forest took a few weeks ago against Bournemouth, or are we going to see that 7-0 domination they had against Brighton? Fulham has gotten two wins, and they found out that they got Man U in the cup. It would be a great revenge game for them. In any case, we're going to keep it quiet for a second. We're cheering on for a really, really good match, which I really, really hope goes well. In the meantime, we got some scores ticking at the bottom. I'm going to keep the volume a little bit down so that no one hears. I gotta go feed my son real quick, so I will be right back. In the meantime, this has been a watch along. I'm with Jonas Brasco. This is, I want to say, my third or fourth Fulham game happening right now. Brentford has struck early 1-0 over West Ham. And believe me, Fulham, even though they were at ninth this morning, they currently went down to 10th because of Brighton's win over Chelsea yesterday. But that's the only score happening in the first half so far. They just mentioned an interesting stat. Forest has only given up 27 goals. And now we're trying to figure out, is William going to actually get some time in? Looked like a foul outside the box, but that did not happen. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting to watch is if Fulham can break down Forest's defense. Forest has historically been very, very solid on defense this year. And beyond that, can the backline of Fulham stop Chris Wood? I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of respect for Wood. Wood is in my fantasy team. He is my third striker, along with Mr. Eric from City and Ollie Wilkins. Sorry, not why I say Wilkins. Ollie Watkins. And yeah, if anyone saw that Arsenal game this morning, please let me know. That seemed like it was. Oh, actually, I am glad that Traore is getting the start. I love the aggressiveness, but they're still gonna call a foul on him. You know, Adam. You know Traore because Traore is the only one on the pitch that has his shirt tucked in, and that's because people were pulling on it. Like I think if you see enough games, people will grab shirts. They'll pull down the shirts. Traore is very, very aggressive. He wasn't trying to get the ball, which really kind of sucked there, but still, Fulham is what's going to help Fulham a lot in this game. Maybe, maybe not. Is that Fulham is a very possessive team, which is either a good or bad hindrance. Fulham has only their highest goal total of the year is only 3 points. While we've while they said with Forest, their 7-0 drubbing of Brighton was the most they've had since the 1970s. And while we're not looking at another Leicester situation, we are talking about a team that is making a run for that is trying to make it to the Champions League. Shot for the corner, lower right corner. It just went outside the net. It was a good shot, but still nothing happening. It is one. It is still 0-0. Williams with a shot. It was just outside the. It was outside the post, but Leno definitely had it covered. Char Troy's right hand side gonna try to get the cross in. The cross is in. Jimenez with the with a header and it just goes outside left side. He did the best he could considering, but the position wasn't there. But yeah, Raul Jimenez, 9 goals on the season, trying to get number 10. And the fact that my light just got flashed on means my son is looking and waiting for me. And he is tapping his feet with such anger and vigor. So, and Jimenez is the top scorer on the team with 9 goals. I will be right back as I'm going to get some things started for my son. In the meantime, I'm going to just let this little thing rock for a little bit, but it has been but both teams have had their opportunities. We're going to let this run. This is Jonas Brasco. I'm just moving out of the way really, really quickly. And of course, I missed something. But still, good on. 15-minute Smith Rowe with a goal. There is no complaints there. But this is the scary thing is that Fulham has been really good against top tier. But man, that was not what I wanted to see. That was, I mean, well, clearly I wanted to see it, but clearly I missed out on it. But it looks like my calls are not. Man, it is busy. My ticker call is not. No, my ticker, sorry. My ticker is fine. My scoreboard. Yeah, my scoreboard is late right now. We're at 1-0, but it is stopped at the 15th minute. I apologize. We're currently at the 22nd minute in the match. Kind of what you see at that bottom. We're actually in the 22nd minute. In any case, at halftime, we will make some adjustments. Hopefully, Fulham will not make any adjustments, and this will continue to. This match is going to continue as it is, which, for obvious reasons, there will be no complaints from me. I mean, this is really something. So we are making a little bit of camera adjustments, not too many. That's one nonce things. It's like you do this long enough, slowly but surely you get better. Oh, all right, that was bad. That was bad. We're not doing that. We may adjust that on halftime, but that was bad. All right. In any case, everything else is kicking. But there has been some, still no complaints. There have been some. This has been a fun match. This has definitely been a fun little match. 24th minute. In the meantime, just checking some other scores. That the 12:30 match, Everton Crystal Palace. That may be a fun relegation battle match for Everton. Still, this is 1-0. Fulham just needs to hold on. There is no 1-0 against. Well, I can't say there's not 1-0 against Forest because that's how they won it last time. And as always, you cannot count Anthony Robinson out. I know I haven't really talked about the lineouts, but here's what we got. We got Leno, of course, back in goal, Castagna, Anderson, Bassi, and Robinson, who does have the armband today. In the middle, you got Sasa Lukic, Berg, Traore, Smith Rowe with the goal, Iwobi, and then Jimenez up front. Almost got one himself. In Forest, you got to watch out for Chris Wood, Elanga up front. Williams, Anderson, Daniel, Gibbs White also carrying the band for Forest. And oh, Anya, we ain't forgot about you. Of course, because he was a. Cause, oh, Jimenez tried again. Keeper got a hold of it, but that was close. And of course, Anya used to play for Fulham itself. Mario, Milinkovic, and Marato in the back. Lascelles at goal, which got up there, he grabbed it. Man, nothing else. Nothing else more I can say. Keeper, not the keeper, the ref. But one thing Fulham is doing, which we know they're good at, is keeping possession. The question is, as you see, just getting the goals out of that possession. It's just not working right now. And I hear the bacon and stuff going off. So unfortunately, that means I gotta disappear a little bit again. But I'm definitely not gonna leave you guys hanging. Hopefully, I'm not going to. In any case, I will be right back. Just this is gonna be. This is going to be. Man, looks like City got a second. Bournemouth got a second. Brentford is up 1-0 on West Ham. Nope. Sandberger, nothing. Marilla, wow, the defender was going. He literally grabbed Traore. Just grabbed him the entire time. That time. Luckily, they're going to get a free kick out of that. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. He just like grabs him and holding and holding. Come on. Sheesh. All right. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Just taking a quick look at what's happening now. We're in. All right, the commentators are mentioning Jimenez when he did score 17 from Wolves, so this is the best season he's had since then. And we haven't forgot about Wolves. Wolves is coming up. Next two games are Palace and Wolves before that FA Cup clash against Man U at Old Trafford on the first. Some great passing. Iwobi's going to get it inside. Pushed. Lukic with the header, but it went outside. I think he was pushed from the back, but they're not going to call that. But not much else I can say. Lukic came on the ball. It just was late. It was a late run. He couldn't turn his head right to really get it anywhere near net. But still, Fulham has definitely been the more aggressive side. But it has not been enough so far. It just has not been enough so far. Still, I mean, this is the thing: 69% ball possession. Again, Fulham knows how to possess the ball. 3 shots on target. And just but that like we learned in that Wigan game, it's not how many shots there are on target, it's how many actually go in. And so far, Fulham has the only corner of the game. So just moving on, we're in the 34th minute. This is still anyone's game. I'm not counting anyone out. I'm not even just being like Fulham got this. This is not how this works. If you're a Fulham fan, you know this is not how this works. They are talking about the cup a little bit, but actually, I don't even know. Let me take a look. Who does? And Nottingham Forest. Oh my gosh, their FA Cup match is definitely doable. They have Ipswich, and that's at home. That's at home at the City Ground too. Ooh, I definitely like Forest's chances in that one. But like I said, this is still very, very. This is early in the game. This is still 1-0 Fulham. We're now at the 35th minute. Moving on. Jimenez with the ball in the middle. Smith Rowe back to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to shoot outside the box. Force is doing a great job. And there is a foul. Castagna with the foul, and it's going to be a free kick to Forest. Oh my goodness. That was just bad. And Man City 3-0 over Newcastle. Newcastle, oh, that's starting to get nasty really quickly, but good defense by Forest. You can't be late shotting, you can't be fancy. If you need to get the ball back out, get the ball back out. You know they're crowding the middle. You know that Forest are crowding the middle. If none of your shots are going in the middle, stop crowding the middle. Stop crowding the middle. It's Chris Wood. There's nothing else you can say. It's Chris Wood. That's why I said one shot. It's all you needed was one shot. It doesn't matter how many of them are on goal. One shot on goal, 1-1. I don't care what they're saying now. It is exactly what I said. One shot. I mean, and they even said at the beginning of the game, Forest is a counter team. One shot, one goal. That's it. 1-1. Deep breath. Deep breath. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Hey, um, momentum. That was just a this momentum shift. It was like I had to step back. I apologize. I'm good now. I'm just had to step back because I know where this goes. I'm looking. It looks like Leno and Traore. No, Bassi. It was Leno and Bassi colliding. Leno's kind of rubbing his right thigh. It looks like he's fine. I think if you're Fulham, you're just hoping to get into the. You're really just hoping to get into halftime and just like 1-1. But again, there's a reason Chris Wood is on my fantasy team. I mean, that is the thing. There is a reason he's on my fantasy team. Wow, that was if it wasn't straight at the goal. And apparently, it looks like in the Ipswich Aston Villa game, it apparently Ipswich player got a red. It's no score there, but that's one of the interesting things. Iwobi, great flick. It just would. It may have been 2-1 if it was anyone but the goalkeeper. But this is the type of stuff that's frustrating to watch as a Fulham fan. You have all this possession against one of the teams that have the least amount of possession, but they make the most of it. And there were no apologies or anything right now. Forrest deserves this. It's frustrating to watch, but Forrest absolutely deserves it. And what made it worse is this is not a setting Forrest that scored. It was a against the run of play scoring. Traore running for that corner. Iwobi's on Iwobi's on the left hand side. Iwobi tries to get it in. Nothing happening. Berger got onto it. That was very important. Fulham still keeping possession. Jimenez going into the box. Jimenez shot. The goalie had to actually save it. It's okay. It just barely gets saved from going out of bounds, but great. Great attempt by Fulham, but still no score. It's still 1-1. These are those opportunities that keep opponents in the game. Because that's the thing. Fulham can control the ball. Fulham can get the ball into the box. Like right here, lots of possession. It is lots and lots of possession. But still, nothing going. Going back to the corner, Robinson. Deep cross. Deep cross. I'm calling a hand. They're going to give the foul against Traore, even though the Forest player. Just a minute of stoppage. Jimenez, they're just showing a replay. It was a great curler for the right hand side. Keeper had it the entire time. And I think if you are, I think you do blow the whistle. Bournemouth 2-0 over Southampton. Brentford 1-0 over West Ham. Villa, Ipswich, no score. Man City 3-0 over Newcastle. Whistle's about to go off for halftime. And there's the whistle. 1-0, 1-1. I want to say 1-0 because that's just how I feel. Okay. It's halftime. I don't know what else I can say other than just we're going to throw it up there. And this is Jonas Brasco again. This is just I'm sorry. That was just frustrating to watch. And that was just meantime we're going to show it's like there's the thing. It does not matter. Forrest, 2 shots, 1 shot on target, 1 goal, 1 corner, and 35. So this is why I don't care if it's 5 shots on target and you get 1 goal. I'll be right back. This is Jonas Brasco at halftime. Frustrated. I can't even. I'm not even going to sugarcoat my frustration. All right, thank you, folks, for coming back. This is Jonas Brasco. We're live back in the second half. This is Fulham. This is Forest. It is one apiece. No changes for Fulham coming back out in the second half. I imagine if you're gonna win this game, you gotta sub early. So I would expect to see something around the 60th minute. But and they're saying, and right now, of course, Fulham's lineup is still the same: Leno, Robinson, Bassi, Anderson, Castagna, Berg, Lukic, Awobi, and Smith, the goal scorer Smith Rowe, Traore, Jimenez up front. They switch sides, running back with Forrest, Sells, Mario, Milinkovic, Morato, Williams, Anderson, Danilo, Gibbs White, Ina. I'm sorry, I hate saying his name. It's but Fulham getting into the box. Jimenez couldn't get to it. Try where he has the ball. He's gonna send it into the box, but there's no one there at all. And apologies, someone had to come to my door. Someone had to come to my door. All right. But for those who are watching, Fulham is in their usual white and black. Forest is in blue because they got we're the third kids today. They're talking about the cup tie between Fulham and Man U. That's going to be on the first. The problem with this is Fulham has lost to Man U twice in the season, both 1-0 losses. So it's really kind of hard to be. And this is also at Old Trafford. So it's right now, it's hard to see Fulham getting that one because of what we've seen so far. With Fulham just not being able to, to make the most out of their shots. And they just keep drawing. But Bassi with a great no, that's will be on the corner. It's gonna try to get it in. No, he's gonna shoot it back out. The burger. Castagna getting it to Traore. Traore. There's two men on Traore. Castagna into the box, but sails it over, and it's gonna be a goal kick for Forest. And now I gotta get this door. It's the good thing is that the stream has actually been going very, very good. But I just hate the fact that still, always, we may have to adjust the contrast on the camera, but still, 1-0. No, it's 1-1. We're in the 50th minute. If this isn't a draw, this is going to be another one of those games where Marco Silva is going to be frustrated because Fulham has dominated the possession, the shots, the corners, but but still, Forest has made their shots count. There were only two shots, one on target, and that's the one that's made the difference, and that's why it's 1-1. Troy trying to be fancy, gets into the box, it takes a deflection. Iwobi gives it to Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson leads Fulham with the assist count, but Forrest takes the ball back. Castagna gets it back. Castagna gets it back. Castagna is going to hold it up. But Forrest gets the ball back. They're going to boot it. And Forrest gets the break. Bassey was trying to be fancy. Does not matter. In the meantime, Fulham still has the. Okay. Someone tried to be very, very brave. And it was Anderson. Anderson swells it out. It's going to be a goal kick for Fulham. And I'm going to be right back because, again, there's something at my door. I need to get that. All right. Well, something in the mail came that I've been waiting for. And hopefully this is going to be good. So I'm going to put this down for a second. I'm going to show you something what I got new. All right. New beanie. just arrived just arrived in the mail. Hopefully that means hopefully luck's going to change now. New beanie. Some revised hope. And hopefully that means that at the corner we're going to make a little we're going to make a little adjustment to the ticker. Okay, that's a little too big. All right. And there we go. We've made a slight adjustment. I think that's going to work a little bit better for this one. Because we're going to do our best to avoid some spoilers moving forward. Right now we're in the 55th minute. Amazingly, Ipswich Villa still 0-0, even with Villa a man up. Nothing happening there. Bournemouth 2-0 over Southampton. Nothing changed. Southampton. We may have to start the countdown for Southampton. I don't want to do that because they're not a bad team. They're also the last team Fulham has shut out. But Southampton at the same time shut Fulham out too. And Fulham's gonna get a free kick. Jimenez, I won't say he was chopped, but Jimenez is just not anything happening. And since there is no one in the chat right now, quick we're gonna make a quick configuration. But priority with the shot, it looks like amazingly enough, they're gonna get a corner out of this. Oh, nope. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. So still trying to get out. Okay. That's good. We're trying it. Adjustments are being made. It's going to be free kick. Anthony Robinson, a little too far outside the corner. Castani gets back into it, but it's punched away. Iwobi tried to get something happening. Still nothing. Still, and again, this is that thing. Fulham possession, they're taking it back, but still, Smith Rowe going to the corner. Awobi gets it under. He's on that left hand side, trying to find its way to the center, trying to find a way to cross it into to Raul. It gets it back to Lukic. Lukic with the shot. Lukic, and Sells had to beat it out of the way. It was a shot on goal, and it's going to be a corner for Fulham. And I think Sells now has 5 saves on the day. And wow, he just had to get some air on it. Still, a great shot by Lukic. He was able to get it through 2 defenders, but still not enough. It is just 1-1. We're now in the 67th minute. It's going to be a corner from Fulham. It's it's gonna be hard. There's the corner. Classic, classic, classic. Calvin Bassey with the header. 62nd minute. It is now 2-1 Fulham. Much needed. That's what you're supposed to do with possession. That's a score off a corner. That is how rare it is. Put it on the board. 2-1 Fulham over Forest. Much needed. The hat has brought some luck, but I'm not holding it yet. But great. Solid corner. Jimenez bounces it. I think they're going to give Jimenez the assist there. But it was just great pass over the Bassey. Bassey takes it, Sells over his head to that top right side. That's always a plus when a defender can get to it. Sells did everything he could get up there. But it's not enough. Fulham gets a much needed goal. Everybody breathe. It's not over yet. Oh, apologies, but man, whew, that was much needed. Bassey. And Anthony, the captain, is able to get a corner. And you can hear the Craven Cottage crowd right now. All right. And I just was checking something real quick, and it looks like. All right, audio is good, video is good. Though that I'm noticing there is some choppiness, so we're gonna try to make an adjustment real quick for that. But I want to say thanks for everyone joining. For those who have missed it, it is 1-0. I mean, not 1-0. It was 1-0 Fulham with the Wilby with the first goal, but then some stuff has happened. It's now two. Okay, I got can't have that choppiness. Nonetheless, it is 1. It is 2-1. Awobi with the advantage. And it looks like a chop. And it is going to be a foul. and Fulham is going to get a free kick. There has been no cards. Knock on wood. There have been no cards in this game. And that's not good. I am not liking this shoppiness, so I'm going to deactivate my video. Yeah, it's a video. Yeah, I got a video error. But we'll wait. We'll wait a second because this is. Oh, nah, it was straight the keeper off the free kick. So now, question will be who's gonna step up? And and I'm hating these. I'm hating the commentators when it's like Fulham keeps dropping points. Fulham has been dropping points. Yes, I know Fulham drops points. It's frustrating. I know Fulham drops points, but it does still. All right, looks like Forest is going to start to bring in some substitutes, which is expected. Man City, they're still they have left off the gas. It's still 3-0. Newcastle has not been able to find anything in the second half, even though Man City hasn't done anything. Brentford is still up on West Ham 1-0. But the surprise to me right now is actually the Ipswich Aston Villa game because Villa has not been able to take advantage of that very early red card, which was a red card accumulation. So, but they're showing the goal scorer Bassi. Willian, we don't know if he is healthy enough. They Silva said it was going to be 3-4 weeks before we saw him in action. Even though he is on the bench, Tom Carney, he can hold the ball, possesses. We may be able to see him around the 70 and 75th minute. No fouls. And it looks like Fulham. And it looks like Forest is going to make their first substitution of the day. Looks like Morado is coming out, and Calvin Hudson-Odoi is coming in. And so it looks like they're going to be a little bit more aggressive, expected from Forest. They're trying to hold on to that third place spot. While it should note that February has been a good month from Fulham. Man, Force a little bit of possession, Wood on the outside. Man, this is a tough one. This is, as always, this is a Fulham match. It's Fulham. We're in the second half. We're creeping towards that 70th minute, which means we're about 5 minutes away from Fulhamish time. No, sorry. We are 20 minutes away from Fulhamish time. For those who do not know, Fulhamish time is if Fulham gives up a goal after the 90th minute. But Bassi takes it back. Chris Wood has it. And it's interesting. This has been a spell of possession. Bassi knocks it down. And they're going to say Aina got chopped. It's going to be a set piece for Forest. This is. Now, and the thing is, he got the ball. Jimenez got the ball. But he did go in. But he did go in kind of hard, so I get why they gave the foul. But Jimenez did get the ball. And for those who are watching, this is Jonas Brasco. We're just running. This is Fulham Forest at Craven Cottage. We're in the 71st minute. We just crossed over into it. Force kick outside, free kick outside the box. Leno punches out of the way. Still not escaped. It's gonna call off Anderson, and we got to make sure which Anderson. If it's Force's Anderson or if it's Fulham's Anderson. It's our Anderson. It's gonna be a corner. This is only Force's second corner of the game. The first corner they've had in the first half. I mean, in this half. Corner into the box, all the way over, goes to Jimenez. Jimenez is gonna get it out. Iwobi did not know the ball was coming towards him. Iwobi, and it was just like it was gonna be 2-on-1. But Jimenez with a great effort, and it's just now Force got the ball back. This is interesting because this is really the longest that Force have had possession. Delenga, Castagna, it's still Force's ball. Force and Traore gets it. Traore, we're trying to dig it out. There was no one there for Fulham. It's gonna be back to Force's ball. It's just the numbers were not there. Fulham gets possession again, and now, whoa, wow, okay, what's been happening in Ipswich and Aston Villa? That's now 1-1. Brentford is still 1-0 on West Ham, but yeah, Villa Ipswich 70th minute 1-1. I'm not saying go to that game. I'm glad you're here. But man, I may have to go back and look at that. I may have to go back and watch that one on delay later. That is not something I was expecting. And you seen it on the screen. That is I was not yeah, I'm definitely not expecting that one. But Traore on the outside, tries to cross into the box. No one really there to get to it. Lukic gets it to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe shoots. And it is outside the left corner of the net. But still, I think he was looking for a deflection, but this is now where Fulham has a great chance. And hopefully will not blow I'm not even gonna say not blow it, but still, you're talking yeah, they're showing a replay of literally going off the back heel of Iwobi. Jimenez gets it right to Iwobi back heel. Iwobi was not expecting the pass. Smith Rowe, the goals, scored that first goal. And Fulham, I mean, this is one thing Silva does not do. Silva very rarely makes early substitutions unless they're behind. Because Fulham is up now, you know, what I would normally say 75th minute, I can't say if it's going to be the 75th minute or not. I think we may not see anything till the 80th minute. All right, then because they've made the announcement that Jimenez is going to come out. Forest is still trying to work its way. They're outside the box. They do a cross. Castagna gets it out, but Forest still has possession. Forest has been. This is not something Forest does a lot. They are not this like half. Does not, but Halenga heads it straight to Leno. Leno's gonna hold it. We're gonna have a little bit of time wasting now. We've gotten some time wasting, but now it's going to be we're hoping for a substitution because we now have to get more of that defensive front out. But I will admit this has actually been a pretty quiet game for the captain Anthony Robinson. And yeah, that was definitely out of bounds. And it's gonna be Muniz coming in for Jimenez, striker for strike. Southampton has gotten one, so it's now 2-1 on Bournemouth. But Jimenez, good effort. Muniz. Muniz, say what you will, but the Brazilian was wonderful in the game against Wigan. So it is good to see him out. Maybe see if we can get that third, take home all 3 points. And again, not drop you know, from a lead. So that's what we're hoping. That's what we're cheering. But we're now in the 77th minute. Bassey tried to get it out, but Forrest still has possession. Forrest Cross was trying to get into Chris Wood. Again, we do not take him for granted. There's a reason he's here. A dangerous cross, but Fulham gets back on it. But it's a slow pass. Anthony Robinson can't get to it. Going to the corner. Oh, okay. Gotta be calm. It's gonna be some time wasting now. A good shot up from Forrest. I think it was Adoy. But yeah, Hudson Adoy. It is a shot on goal. Leno gets it. He's gonna hold on for it a while. We're now in the 78th minute. So this is now where we're gonna get into that little bit of time wasting. Muniz Traore has it. It was going straight from Muniz, but it got kicked out by Force. It's gonna get it out to Iwobi. Iwobi going into the box. Iwobi with the cross, but it does take a deflection. Muniz was waiting. It's gonna be a corner. It is a corner. We had some. That's never good. Had some computer issues. Apologies. We're gonna make a quick. Wow. We know Forrest got to go for it. I don't think anyone is like saying Forrest not go for it. Jeez. Sometimes I really do wonder about these commentators. You're Forrest, you know you gotta go for it. All right. I know why my camera was acting the way it does, but yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bit more. It's exactly what you expect. It's 80th minute. It's close. We are 10 minutes away from Fulhamish time. I shouldn't be calling it Fulhamish time, but it definitely is. Right now they're talking about. Sorry, we're gonna zoom. First thing with Smith Rowe, just for people who don't know, Smith Rowe, great header to start this one out. Chris Wood, of course, being Chris Wood. And then Bassi, classy Calvin Bassi with the header from the corner. And it looks like Pereira's going to come in for the goal scorer, Smith Rowe. I'm not, and the thing is, I'm not surprised. Smith Rowe, great. Smith Rowe, great game. And, okay. Lukic is being replaced by, it's going to be replaced by It looks like it's going to be Harrison Reed. It's going to be Harrison Reed. As always, deep breaths. If you're a Fulham fan, you know what's happening. You know what's happening. You know it's going to be. We are racing towards the conclusion. Oh my gosh, Priority. Sliding kick, but right at the keeper. Great cross by. Okay. It's a great cross by Robinson, but this is a Fulham match. This is everyone get back on. It was a great effort, but this is the thing. If I have to think of what one thing when people say what does Fulham lack, Fulham lacks magic. That's the story. Like sometimes you just need a little bit of magic, and right now Fulham does not have it. But man, that was a good effort. That was still a good effort. It's just it man, it can just be frustrating sometimes. It really can be frustrating sometimes. But man, we're and that's okay. City put a fourth one on them. Elliot Anderson is coming out for Forest, and coming on is Jota. And again, we don't talk about it till it's over. Pereira tried to make something happen. Muniz has the ball. They're fighting Muniz with a foul, and it's gonna be a free kick. The Brazilian is trying to make one, trying to get himself on the score sheet, but not there yet. Silva on the bench, pondering. He ponders. He ponders a lot. And even the commentators are saying this is far from wrapped up, which is very true. We're just trying our best to just possess the ball, try to get one more. When he slips, Forrest has the ball again. They've crossed the middle of the pitch. They're back on the Fulham side. Gibbs White gets the cross. It's gonna sail. Robinson gives up the corner. Bournemouth has put another one up there. It is now two. It's now 3-1 over Southampton. Elanga with the corner. Nothing happening. It's going to go outside. Forest still has possession. Now it's going to go all the way back to the keeper. Could bring it forward. Forest still has the ball. It's now back towards the midline. Forest is not. Elanga gets it into the box. And Forest is getting another corner. This is nervy time. We're not quite in Fulhamish time. I mean, I want to say we're not there, but I'm not gonna curse. I'm not gonna curse it either. We're now 88th minute. We are now in the 88th minute. It is still 2-1. Force two. That's it. 2 shots on goal. Cross. Fulham is doing really good. From a defensive point of view, Fulham has been really good, with the exception of that one thing. Force shoots it out of bounds, and it's gonna be a goal kick for Fulham. We're gonna need. There's gonna be some time wasting here. The question is there anyone you want to put in for Fulham, or you just want to let your people ride it out? Still watching. Still thumbs up. And I mean, it seemed like Fulham was gonna have to have a spectacular night from this, but it may just be enough. And I don't care that they've had 22 attempts. It's the 2 that's winning. It's the matter. Whistle goes off. Offsides. Forest. And Willian. No, they're going to put Willian in. Willian is going to come in. And now Willian's going to come in. And it looks like Josh King is going to come in as well. Iwobi has had a great day today. While he may not have had a goal, he's been on the ball. He's been aggressive. There are no complaints. He's had a good game. The Ardama, same thing. Being aggressive on the ball. Okay, it's not. Sorry, I thought it was Josh King. It is not. It is the old boy Ryan Sessegnon. So Sessegnon and Willian in, Traore and Iwobi out. We're in the 90th minute now. We got to see how much stoppage. And it's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage. Pass back, pass back. Rodrigo, block. My goodness, Sells has been. I do. This is frustrating. This is so frustrating. So many shots straight to the keeper. 5 minutes of stoppage. This is Willian tried to be fancy with the pass. I don't care if the ball does not go into the net. We are in 5 minutes of stoppage time now. No, I don't care about that touch. Muniz, and it's gonna be Sessignon. Is it gonna get out to William? No, it's gonna go towards, and there was no choice. There was no choice from Force. Headed out. It's gonna be a corner. It's heads it out. It's gonna waste some time. Can Fulham finally put the nail in the coffin? Pereira is going to take the corner. You hear "Come on, Fulham" from the crowd. Actually, you won't because I'm trying not to get in trouble with NBC. But trust me, that's what's happening. I don't know. Is it going to go in the corner or is it going to be? Yeah, it's going to be a short corner. Fulham has to be careful not to give the ball away. They're Reed William. I don't know why he did the pass. I don't know why, but Bassey gets back to it. Anthony Robinson. And we're going all the way back there. Nice slide, but Fulham still maintains it. Pereira out to William. Back. The Ole chants are starting. And now back to Leno. Back to Robinson. Goes a little too far out. Sells is just going to boot it back for Forrest. Muniz is trying to get something happening. But Forrest has a throw. We're in the 93rd minute. We've gone about halfway through. Pereira's playing with the ball a little bit. And once again, heads it, butts it out. Fulham is okay with the 2-1. They're gonna try. They think they can hold them off for 2 minutes, which I think they can too. But you can. There's a reason it's called. This is. Malanga has really tried to get something, but nothing was there. Just sails it out the back to the left hand side. It's gonna be a goal kick for Fulham. Leno is going to kill a little bit of time, not too much time, mind you, because something's about to happen in this game that I have not seen from Fulham in a while. If they can keep this, yeah. So Man City still 4-0 over Newcastle. When he's Brentford, nicely done. 1-0 over West Ham. Muniz with the offsides. Everton, Crystal Palace is your 12:30 game. If you have some bottom of the table concerns, this is it. It's Wood almost. But Berger went down. Fulham got the foul. So now we are in the 95th minute. The seconds are ticking. Can Fulham hold on and get a much needed 3 points? It's still ticking. It is still ticking. Fulham has the ball. The whistle. Fulham, is this last kick? And the whistle has blown. It is final. 2-1. Fulham over Forest. The European dream is alive for Fulham. Forest is Forest is still happening. And just wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go to this game. They've put the bonus coverage up. Let's see if I can. Or just they went to bonus cover of Ipswich. I said we were. I said if it's here, we're going to bonus coverage. We are definitely going to bonus coverage. With 4 minutes, Ipswich is still trying to mad up to Ipswich. They've been playing with one man down nearly all game. I just had to I had to drop to this really really quickly because this I said if we had time we were gonna see how this goes. And just like this, it is 1-1 still. It's 4 minutes of stoppage. It's Villa with the throw. If you are an Ipswich fan, you are happy with this coverage, and it is final. Ipswich Ipswich deals with the disaster. Ipswich will get the 1-1 draw with Villa playing 10 men down nearly this entire time. And just like that, Ipswich is keeping their Premier League dream up and going. Whew. But Brentford is still going on with West Ham. Bournemouth takes care of business 3-1 over Southampton. Man City, they do the job 4-1. Sorry, 4-0 over Newcastle. But yeah, with this, Forest, they're still keeping their place. Fulham, they're now back up to 8. That Newcastle game helps. That Chelsea game helps. We're now 4 points back of Bournemouth for for fifth place and 6 points back of Man City, who gets a much needed win to get into that Champions League spot. So Europe is still on the mind for Fulham. Well, Ipswich, they needed that point. They are still 2 points behind Wolves, but they are still in that relegation spot. While Southampton, there's not a nice way to say it. The countdown is on. And there's nothing more I can say. It's just they Southampton. If you're a Southampton fan, you know time is ticking, and it may already be decided by March. I'm sorry to say that, but that may be the case. Still, Fulham, they needed it. They're back up to eighth. Much needed win, especially since Fulham their schedule does not get easier. But definitely, mad respect to Fulham. Much needed win. Like I said, I hope everyone who watched that game will recognize that it was just much needed. Next game that I will be streaming, hopefully will be next week. This is gonna be Fulham, and it's gonna be. I'm trying to remember if it's gonna be Crystal Palace or if it's gonna be Wolves, because it's gonna be one of those two. And just verifying, it's gonna be Crystal Palace next Saturday. Unfortunately, Wolves game I cannot do Tuesday games, but it'll be Crystal Palace on the 22nd, and then March 1st we have to cover the cup game. It's Manchester United. It's Fulham. It's at Old Trafford. There's only one place I'd rather be. If I wasn't gonna be at either of those, if I wasn't gonna be at Old Trafford, then I'd rather be here with you guys. Everyone, thank you very much for joining the stream. The main thing was Fulham with a 2-1 win over Forest. Chris Wood, of course, he had to score. That's fine. That helps my fantasy. Fulham, it's hard keeping clean sheets. Great possession, but still just not getting the goals. I think this is 20, I mean, literally 24 shots. 10 shots on 10 shots on target. Well, Forrest, 2 shots on target. Really good shots, mind you. 2 shots on target, which means 1 save. But Fulham, if nothing else, this wonderful, wonderful February. They since that loss, they've reeled off 3 straight, and they're all same score: 2-1 over 2-1 over Newcastle, 2-1 over Wigan, 2-1 over Forest, and before that, 2-0 over Leicester. 4 out of 5 wins, and there's nothing else I can say. 8 goals last 5 games, 8 goals, but at the same time, giving up 4. But I'm not gonna complain there. Fulham has a good. Fulham, they need to score because they are in that minus. They are in that +5 goal differential. I mean, it's much needed. They needed to. They just. I'm glad they were able to make it happen. But but nonetheless, we're gonna call it a night. Once again, thanks for everyone who joined me today. Final score. And I had to make sure I pop it right back up. I just had to get that bonus coverage, but final score: Fulham 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Thanks again for joining. See us again next Saturday. Fulham versus